While women veterans have played a critical role in the military, only 43% of IAVA women feel their male colleagues respected their service, and just 27% of IAVA women vets feel the public does. The recent Marines United scandal underscores the importance of IAVA's top policy priority, to fully recognize and improve support for women veterans. As a former Army captain, the news that former and current Marines had shared nude photos of their female colleagues with 30,000 members of a Facebook group saddened but didn't entirely shock me. The truth is, the military has a woman problem, not just among those in active duty, but in the desperate care we offer for our veterans. Need evidence? Look no further than the Department of Veterans Affairs motto: to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan. Women have served in the U.S. military since the Revolutionary War, when Deborah Sampson disguised herself as a man, joined the Army, and served 17 months before being honorably discharged. More recently, over 345,000 women have deployed since 9/11, including me and many of my closest friends. But what do most Americans imagine when a veteran comes to mind? Close your eyes. I'm guessing most of you don't imagine someone who looks like me. Women are the fastest growing segment of the veteran population, and over the next 5 years, while the number of male veterans is expected to decrease, the number of women will simultaneously increase. We need to take this cultural problem head on, and it should start with the tone that the VA sets itself. We need to stop hearing stories about women who are welcomed at their local VA hospital by staff asking their husband accompanying them how they can help him. We should be outraged that self-proclaimed patriots are reprimanding women veterans for parking in the reserved for veterans space at the local grocery store. And we should be ashamed that the disparities in the very services we make available to male veterans are a clear sign to women that they are an afterthought. I deployed twice to Iraq, I was in combat, and after nearly 15 years of a woman being on the front lines of our nation's war on terror, I shouldn't feel like a second-class veteran. As a nation, we need to care for she who shall have borne the battle too. Americans will get behind us, but they need leadership. They need their president and Congress to act. They need to be engaged in a conversation that will lead to lasting change and bring us closer to where I know in our hearts our country wants to be. Yesterday, Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America was proud to partner with Senators Tester and Bozeman and Representative Esty to introduce the bipartisan Deborah Sampson Act to address these problems that women veterans face, and will be asking all members of Congress for their support to ensure it becomes law. In addition to culture change within the VA, we'll be advocating for greater peer support of women veterans, collection and analysis of gender-based data and transparency of those findings, VA and community outreach to women veterans, and coordinated community care that supports the unique needs of women veterans. But what can we do today? How can we swiftly show that every woman veteran who is and has worn a uniform, that we honor her as much as the man standing in formation next to her? We can demand that the VA motto be replaced immediately. If women aren't recognized by the guideposts of the VA, it's ridiculous to suggest that we are truly recognized for our service in the eyes of our fellow Americans. Before I wrap, I'd like to recognize all of our service members serving around the world and thank them for their continued sacrifice. IAVA has your back. And thank you again for inviting us here today, and I look forward to answering your questions.